Okay, now we're going to create our hypotheses that we're going to use throughout all parts of these workshops. I already have one hypothesis for each test written out for you, and then I wanted you guys to try and come up with a second hypothesis for some of these simpler tests, so that way you can try running these statistics on your own hypothesis, kind of figure it out for yourself based on the one that I will show you how to run. So I'm going to show you how to come up with some of these hypotheses. Continuous variables are going to be numeric variables. So for correlation, you would want to pick two numeric variables that you think are related from this questionnaire. And both this structure list and the questionnaire document, which is right here and looks like this, are useful for figuring out what you might think are related, so refer back to both of those. So let's see here. Maybe if somebody likes country music, they might also like Western movies. So for my second correlation hypothesis, I might type something like people who enjoy country music will also enjoy Western movies. And I encourage you to come up with your own hypothesis right there if you can. Okay, so for an independent t-test, we want one group variable and then one continuous variable, and we want the factor variable to have two levels. So there's three different options here that we could test. We could test between males and females, between people who are left and right-handed, or between people who either have siblings or are an only child. So maybe people who are only children have more friends to compensate for not having siblings than people with siblings. So you might guess that the number of friends people have are different between only children and people with siblings. Only children will have more friends than people with siblings. Okay, and then for a chi-squared test, you want two factor variables to see if two groups are different in their group membership. So let's see, two factor variables that would be interesting to look at together. Maybe we want to look at gender and alcohol, and I would predict that males drink a lot and drink socially more than females. Okay, and then the last one here that I have you guys create is a one-way ANOVA. So you want a factor variable with 3 plus groups this time, and then a numeric variable. So let's see here, a factor variable with numerous levels. We might pick internet usage and spending on gadgets. So people who use the internet more will spend more on gadgets. And I want to look up and see what these groups of internet usage are. So I'm just going to pull up my questionnaire. I'm going to look at internet usage. How much time do you spend online? No time at all, less than an hour, a few hours a day, and most of the day. So people who use the internet more will spend more on gadgets. than people who do not use the internet, or use the internet only a few hours a day. We'll specify that this is most of the day. Okay, so now I have created some second hypotheses that we'll run. Go ahead and review the hypotheses 1 as well. We're only going to run these more complex tests once, so I just have an example hypothesis that I will show you for those.